saying. Anyways.
Rendezvous is a French word meaning meeting or date. Every 2 years during the 1700s and the 1800s, fur traders and trappers gathered at a predetermined location to trade with each other and American Indians to catch up on news and to enjoy their version of a good time. My mom and her husband's idea of a good time is attending these reenactments. I myself have never attended one until recently. We were up in St. Louis, we went over the river to Illinois, and this was amazing. Check it out. Enjoy. Once you walk inside the actual fort, well, it's a whole town. Check out these guys. Walking around at an event like this, you meet some interesting people in costume. And this one, well, do you remember Friar Tuck from Robin Hood?
Confess Robin Hood! And Friar Tuck is a braver, holier, and wiser man than thou art!
Well, I think this is a descendant. Super nice guy. After a little more walking around and enjoying the festivities and the sights and the sounds, we met some guys who were, well, a little more knowledgeable than me, and this conversation ensued.
Or, anywhere along the Great Lakes, or, like us, you can send around through the Gulf to New Orleans, and then just send upriver to here. Or to Kaskaskia down the river, or up the Illinois to Creve Coeur, to what is that, Peoria, or you can send a number of different places that we don't even know about anymore because they're just gone.
The captain here, Son Arms, he had 300 soldiers at his command, but there was a little over 100 here, so he had 200 out here in the vast wilderness, because this was all upper Louisiana to us. So Cahokia, we had a small outpost there. Peoria, along the Wisconsin border, we had an outpost there. Vincennes, Indiana, we had an outpost there. This fort sent 200 soldiers and crashed them down to Metropolis and built Fort Ascension, which is now Fort Massac.
Now, was there a war going on at that point?
No.
No, this was just France.
This is all that happened before in 1717 when we showed up here. He had to spread his guys out. That gentleman, that captain, took care of all the military and civil matters in that area. He had captains underneath him, but his word was God. What he said went true.
So y'all were spread out over this vast area. How did you communicate?
Well, we carried through the rivers. We'd had our like Pony Express, basically. You'd have carriers going back and forth to each other's forts and stuff. So, but mostly the river. If you look at any of the French, they travel by the rivers, where the England comes by the coast. So we never thought that the French would ever reach, or the English would ever reach this fort with any kind of field artillery pieces, and they didn't. They showed up here 2 years after the war was signed over, the treaty was signed. They showed up and told us that the war was over. We knew something was going on because our trade coming in here, this was a providential government hub. Imports and exports were coming in out here. The fields out behind this forts and that stuff were wheat. We took care of the wheat down in New Orleans where their fields not coming through, plus the war efforts out east. And that's where this was all coming from.
So this was a very interesting day. It was a hot day. It was a sweaty day, but it was a fascinating day. These people dress up and actually become these characters. It's not a reenactment. It's an event, and they're not performers. They're not actors, but it was really neat. I was honored to be there. I'll probably go to one again. Rendezvous, pretty neat. They hold these events twice a year, I believe. I will link in the description to their website. You should check it out as we head back over the Mississippi River back into Missouri. I had a good time. I hope you check them out. This was the 52nd annual Fort de Chartres annual rendezvous. No idea if I pronounced that right, but we had a blast. Thanks for watching. Have the best day ever. I'll see you next time.
Was my